All right, good morning, Adult Fitness. My name is David Hughes. Today we're going to be running through a legs only workout, low routine. It's going to be 3 sets of 6 exercises. Each set is going to be 30 seconds on with a 15-second rest. Real simple. I'll demonstrate everything. For now, go ahead and pick up a pump. And while you're pumping, pick a leg and start kicking. Just one leg for now. We're going to do, 15 seconds of warm-up for each of the warm-ups. So 15 seconds on this leg, 15 seconds on the other leg. All right, ready? And switch. What I want you to do is a straight knee and just pivot from the hip, warming up our legs, our hip flexors, getting ready for a leg focus routine. Excuse me, I'm gonna adjust my camera here. All right, go ahead and we're gonna switch. We're going side to side. Leg you started with. So you're gonna cross slightly over and then kick as far as you can out. As far as you can is totally up to you, and use your arms as a counterbalance. Make sure you're breathing. Switch legs. Keep your balance throughout. Trying to get warmed up, ready for this legs only routine or workout. The name's a little bit of a misnomer. We're actually going to be incorporating a bit of the core, but most of the legs throughout the whole workout. Switch back to the right leg. Point forward and make circles. Draw circles with your toes. Point your toes and draw little circles. Use your arms for balance. You can grab onto something if you need to. Not only are we trying to warm up, we're trying to get a little bit of balance training in. Switch legs. Again, it doesn't matter what direction. I'm going outward here. You can go in, whatever your preference is. Keep breathing. After this, we're going to do torso twists and then oblique twists. So, plant your feet slightly wider than shoulders. Rotate at the top. Turn your hips in the opposite direction of your rotation. Try and get blood to the muscles. Get us ready. All right, oblique twists are basically the same thing. You're just kind of reaching over and the other way, right there. So kind of like torso twists, but in the mediolateral plane, or not plane direction. All right, what I want is quarter squats now. Not full, not 90 degrees, just part way there, quarter squats. We're not trying to burn out here, just trying to get ready, trying to get warm, improve the oxygen uptake, the glucose uptake, get blood flow, get our lungs moving, get the air moving. All right, pick up a little step here. And what I want, you can do either normal steps or high knees. Put your hands at a 90 degree to kind of gauge where that is. Over the next 30 seconds, slowly pick up the pace. So we're at 20 right now. I want 30 more to make us 50 total seconds. So slowly pick up the pace. 20 more seconds here. Just a little bit faster. If you need to walk, you need to decrease that difficulty, that's totally fine. If you want to do high knee marches, that's totally fine. All right, 10 more seconds. Again, to pump your arms. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna jump right into that legs only workout. Get some water and get ready. All right, good job in the warm-up. Now we're gonna start the legs aspect of the legs only workout. We're gonna do squat, Romanian deadlift, and a calf raise. 3 sets, 40 on, 5 off. That's it. Nice short rest. If you need to pause the video, nothing wrong with that. All right, for the squat, what I want you to do, nice wide base of support, further than your shoulders, cant your feet, just barely 45 degrees, and break that plane no further than 90 degrees. I'll show you what that looks like. 90 degrees at the knees. What I like to say is you break at the hip, break at the knee. Keep a nice neutral spine. You're gonna bend a little bit, you can't help that, that's how your body's made. What I like to say is don't help the bend. Just bend and up, like that. Doing great work. Proud of all of you for being here. If you wanna increase or decrease the difficulty of these exercises, you can either increase or decrease the range of motion. A little rest here, 5 seconds, which I'll show you what that means. in a moment. Or you can increase or decrease the weight. What I have here today, who I have here today is Olivia. She is 6 weeks old and just shy of 10 pounds. She's growing so fast. She makes a great weight and a great workout partner. She makes a great workout partner right now because she's asleep. All right, get a nice base of support. Break at the knees, break at the hips. What decreasing the range of motion means is instead of this 90-degree angle, you just go to that 45, little quarter squat. Break this down a little bit for you. So you have your good solid squat base, 45 degrees, just like that. Or nice and deep. No further than this though. No further than that 90 degrees, no matter how frosty you're feeling. Shake out your legs. One more set of the squats, then an RDL, 3 sets of RDLs, and 3 sets of calf raises. Excuse me. All right, even base of support. Break at the hips, break at the knees. After we're done doing the legs aspect of the legs only workout, we're gonna do a bit of core action. We're gonna be mainly on the ground for that. We're gonna do planks and leg sweeps. Olivia's gonna say goodnight to us at that point because it's a little hard to carry a baby in the front loaded position during a plank. Keep breathing. Doing great. When we hit these breaks, these 5-second breaks, you need to pause, go ahead and do that. Grab a bit of water, wipe the sweat off, do whatever you gotta do, and take care of yourself. One more. All right, shake out the legs. Not resting for long. Gonna get right back at it with a Romanian deadlift. Romanian deadlift, I want base of support just an inch, a little hair breadth shorter, narrower than the squat. Still can't your feet. Slight bend of that knee right there, not very much. You're gonna lean forward, break at the hips, not the knees. Break at the hips until the very second you feel tension right here in your hamstrings. As soon as you feel that tension, time to come up. If that means 90 degrees, that's one thing. If that means 45 degrees, that's another thing. Just break that hip, keep that knee bent but firm. I want a nice neutral back, straight line from your shoulders to your hips, to your rear. Kind of like you're bowing. And then the second you feel that tension in that hamstring, if that starts to hurt, go ahead and dial back the range of motion. Most of these, no exercise should really hurt. Maybe be difficult, maybe be tense, maybe make you sweat, make you wince, but no pain. You shouldn't really, no pain, no gain thing. I don't know how much I buy that. All right, go ahead and shake it out. Excuse me. All right. Nice bend at the knees and bow. This is our, I believe, our second set. May have lost count, I hope not. We're gonna do 3 sets of this and then calf raises. This exercise, you're doing a little bit of a erector spine action, a little bit of hamstring, a little bit of glute, maybe even a touch on the hip flexors. Keep breathing. Breathe through the exercise. Don't hold your breath as you go into the bend. Breaking up that hip, bowing, coming back up. Whew. You know, it's snowing outside, but it's warm in here. All right. Maybe that's just because I got my blood flowing, my muscles working, burning energy, creating heat. She's a little bit sweaty too. Well, I am where she's laying. All right, good, strong, solid base of support. Oop. I kicked my rear out there. Don't do that. That was a mistake. You don't want to kick your rear out. You just want to bow. You're going to be tempted to jut back there. Don't do that. Stay nice and solid until you feel that bend or that tension in your hamstrings. If your lower back starts to hurt, that's a sign that you're not really doing a neutral spine. It can also be a sign of an injury or perhaps just maybe a muscle difference in how strong different muscles are in comparison to each other. Just go ahead and back off if that happens. Stretch it out. Catch your breath. Or actually, that was the end of the last set. Now we're doing calf raises. So this, even narrow stance. Shoulder width, feet directly ahead of you. Just come up on your tiptoes. The balls of your feet, or your toes if you've got some ballerina strength. Just like that. I'm going to cant this camera down so you get a good picture of my toes there. you're coming up on the balls of your feet. If you want to increase the difficulty of this, you either pick up some weight, you can hold it at your sides, hold it in front of you, whatever you prefer, or put a wood block, put your foot up on it, and get a bigger range of motion out of it. All right, take a little rest. There you go, good stuff. Shake it out. All right, come back more for 2 more sets. I'm not particularly concerned with how many repetitions you do. Whatever repetitions you do end up doing, if you want to monitor improvement, next time you do this routine, if you ever come back and do my low routine again, just keep track of the reps to see if you do more reps in the same given time. So say you do 10 reps in 40 seconds. You train. A month later, you come back, you do 20 sets or 20 reps in 40 seconds. That's improvement. All right, shake it out. If you keep really close track of how much you're doing, you'll actually notice that your reps start to decrease with each set. That's just your muscles getting tired, totally natural. That's exactly what we want to be happening. All right, last set of calf raises. Make sure you keep breathing. I want an erect spine. Your hips and your knees are solid, secure. Draw your navel in towards your core, your obliques towards your core. And I give you a nice base of support from which to go up on your tiptoes. If you want to increase it even further in difficulty, 1 foot. 1 foot. Make sure you do an even amount of reps on each foot. You can either do a whole bunch on one, or you can switch off on every rep. All right, 5 more seconds of these. I'm gonna pause the video, let Olivia go back to her mom and my wife, and then we're gonna go into the planks. All right, good job. I'll see you momentarily for planks. All right, so that was the leg aspect of our legs only workout. Now we're gonna do some planks and then leg lifts and sweeps. So to start with the plank, you can either have your elbows against the ground, you can push up on your hands, you have your knees against the ground, or you can push up on your toes. What I want you to keep your elbow above your shoulder above either your elbow or your hands, whichever one you're choosing. And while we're down here, every once in a while, go ahead and give me a rotation and a rotation. Woo. When you do that, you can keep both feet on the ground, or you can come up on just 1 foot there. All right, go ahead and rest. Like I said, planks, leg lifts and sweep, 40 on, 5 off, 3 times each. So plank, if you want to just hold it, or if you want to drop your knees, either way, decrease the difficulty, intensity of the exercise, or you can increase it on your hands and with a rotation. Whatever you end up doing, try to stay up for as long as you can and try to give me some version, even if it's a modified version, of the rotation. So on your knees, like that. Ooh, well, sorry. Let's take a little rest. I'll show you the knees again. All right, so you're on your knees, you're planking, you rotate, try to keep your hips off the ground. Whoa, too fast. This is our 3rd set. After this next rest, we're going to do a leg lift and sweep. All right, good on that. For the leg lift, you can grab something foamy to sit on, a blanket, a yoga mat, whatever you got at home. Lay down, plant your hands to the side or under you. Stick out your legs, bend 1, leg lift, and sweep. When you lift, 45-degree angle from your body, and when you sweep, about 3 inches off the ground. Draw your navel to your core. Maintain a strong base of support at the core throughout the workout. We're doing 40 on, 5 off for each leg. 45 degrees. Sweep out and stop. When you do that sweep, you're going to feel your acetabulum, your hip, kind of fight you at that 45-degree angle there. Go ahead and listen to your body. Don't fight that stop. Go ahead and stop at that 45 and bring it back. If you need to take a rest, shake out your legs. That's great. If you want to decrease the difficulty of this exercise, don't raise as far. Maybe a 30-degree angle and then a 30-degree angle on that sweep. Remember, you can rest as much as you want. If you want a little bit more balance, you can stick your hands out to your side. 5 seconds of rest here. Hands out to the side if you like. What I really want, what's kind of critical here, is if you imagine your hips as a bowl of water, spill that bowl of water backwards into the ground. Drive your hips, your navel, your shoulder blades into the ground. Bring your obliques together and make sure you breathe the whole time. This is a harder one. This is going to be your hip flexors, your adductors, your abductors. You're going to start to feel it probably about now, if not earlier. All right, take a short break, short rest. We're going to switch legs. I want one leg at a time. Don't stick both legs straight. Keep one leg bent. Where I was on the right, now I'm on the left. So I'm sticking it out. Raise and sweep. Raise and sweep. Keep breathing. Keep your core tight. If you imagine your core as the trunk of a tree and your legs is the root, right now you're getting your roots strong. While your roots are getting strong, you want that core, that trunk, to be as stable as possible. Stick your arms out to the side for a little bit more balance. Put them under you to increase that difficulty. Whatever you do, keep a tight core and don't neglect breathing. All right, a little rest. I'm one of the worst when it comes to the breathing issue. I always forget to breathe. I always hold my breath, especially with weightlifting. I have to consciously remember to breathe through the exercise. Sometimes I like to over-exaggerate my breathing just so that I remember to breathe. If you want to put your hands on your core here, make sure that keeps like a mental cue to help you remember to stay tight and strong there, but also keep breathing. When you breathe, I want you to raise your chest, not your belly, so not belly breathing. I'm going to take a little rest here. When you breathe, I want your chest to raise. So consciously think of contracting that diaphragm, expanding the diaphragm, inflating and deflating the lungs. And that's a good way to just cognitively make sure that you're always getting enough breath. All right, we're going to do 40 more seconds here on this exercise. I'm going to pause the video and we're going to go into the cool down. Keep it up. You're doing great. I'm really proud of you guys for being here. I know when it's cold and snowy, it's really nice to snuggle up and probably not get a heck of a lot done, but it's good to at least get a little exercise in no matter how busy the day is ahead of you. All right, 15 more seconds here. Keep breathing, keep that core tight. You're going to start shaking a little bit probably. Stay strong till the end. Give me a good strong finish. 5 more seconds. Keep breathing. And we're good. All right. I'm going to pause here. We're going to go into a cool down. While I'm paused, get some water, wipe off the sweat, get ready for that cool down. See you soon. All right, good workout, everybody. Proud of you guys. Glad that you were here with me today. Today we're going to do our cool down now. We're going to start with a butterfly stretch. So bring your feet together, your heels together like this, and then pull them towards your groin. Use your elbows and push down. You can use your body weight. Maybe you want a mat, something spongy. Sometimes I get my ankles and they rub on the wood here. Push down like that. All right, stick one leg forward, tuck one leg in, reach out for the toe, point the toe up and reach down. I'm gonna rotate, you stay as you are. I'm gonna rotate so you can see me better, just like this. That way you're getting a calf stretch and a hamstring stretch in. I'm gonna change positions, the other leg now. I'm gonna rotate again. Leg in, reaching out, taking the other hand, reaching for it, pulling the toe up. You're gonna feel that stretch right there. Keep breathing. We're cooling down now, we're dialing it down now. All right, go up. We're gonna go supine here, which means belly down. Plant your hands, drive your hips into the ground, bring your chest up. I like to remind myself, I say proud chest. Deep breaths. Each time you breathe out, when you sink deeper into that stretch, it's called a cobra pose. We're going to rotate in a sec here to the child's pose, which is sort of the opposite of this. All right, push back. I want your rear to sit towards your heels, soles of your feet facing the roof, the ceiling, and sort of drag your fingers forward for that torso, back, spine, and arm stretch there. In a sec here, we're going to go up to the kneeling hip flexor stretch. Push up. Stick one leg forward, sort of like a lunge, but your knee's on the ground. And go ahead and drive your hips forward. This knee's allowed to go forward. This leg can start to barely straighten. You're going to feel it in your quads, up your hip flexors, just south of your abs there. You can kind of bend backwards, get a little bit more ab stretch in there. Excuse me. Deep breath. All right. Change legs. Just like this. And see, I'm facing you. You face however's preferable for you. Drive those hips forward. Your knee's going to come. Your rear's going to come forward. You can kind of lean back and get the abs in there. Get that hip flexor and quad stretch. We're going to stand for the next one. It's going to be 4 different stretches, standing mostly on one foot. Deep breaths. All right, coming up, I'm going to adjust this camera here. All right, so start standing quad stretch. You can grab onto something if you like. Pick a leg, grab the ankle, pull up and back. If you need a pause on the balance aspect of this, just put a foot down, that's fine. Kick it back up. Come back into that stretch. 10 more seconds on this side. We're going to do a quad stretch on the other side, and then we'll do one glute stretch on either side. Hope you had a good workout. Hope it sets your day up for success for whatever you got planned. All right, switch positions. You want to pull up and back. You want an erect spine. Don't lean forward. If you lean at all, lean back slightly, not very much. If you stretch right here by leaning back, you get a little bit of abs again, a little bit of hip flexor. Mostly this is a quad stretch. All right, rest. Shake it out. Pick a leg. Bring it up. Rest it on the opposite knee and sit. I almost always need something to balance on here. You want to kind of balance with one hand and push the knee down with the other. And feel that in your hamstrings, your glutes, maybe your erector spinae, maybe your ab and adductors. All right, switching for 20 seconds. This is the last stretch. Bringing it down, bring it down. If you want, you can try to balance a little bit. It's a bit of a challenge in this position sometimes, kind of that figure 4 stance. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, shake it off. Get some water, get some protein, get some hygiene. Have a great day, everybody.